Hey there YouTube, it's me, Tolstoy Kafkaevsky, returning now to bring you more hilarious video reviews. You remember in the last one, I talked about the VG Pocket Caplet, an unholy ripoff of the Games Power 50. Well, anyway, the Yanks have made another redesign for the States, and this time I think they've hit a bit closer to home. I present to you the VG Pocket Max. Now notice it looks pretty much exactly like the Games Power 50 that Dr. Ashen reviewed, except for the colors. It's silver and white. Ashen said that it was sort of like what would happen if, you know, the Game Boy Advance and the Game Gear had a love child. Personally, I think it's more like if PSP was born with dwarfism and without the horrible little nub right there. Yeah. Anyway, well, VG Pocket Max, it's got all the stuff in the same areas. You got your jacks right there, volume control, your chrome effect, D-pad, your start and stop or your on and off button, menu, 4 fire buttons, which they all actually do something. They all actually press anyway, and they may not do something. Then on the back, you got your nice little hatch with, guess what it came with? Huh? 3 AAA batteries, we like that. And of course, came with instruction manual and headphone jacks. Not headphone jacks, AV jacks. So that's very nice. The one thing that's different from the Games Power 50 is that this actually has the power of 75 games. You heard right, 75 games. So since I don't have to send away for these jacks, and I have them right here, let's say you and I take a look at some of the games. The VG Pocket Max and the Games Power 50 actually have a lot in common, most notably of which is the opening screen, which has the same type of music but played a bit faster. I'll demonstrate. Yes, this is my old Emerson television set. We have the AV jacks hooked in. Turn on the VG Pocket Max. See if you can hear that. Alright, 75 games. Well, let's see. Now, the screens, the menus for navigating these are kind of the same, but, well, I mean, like, they're similar when you go into the sections, see? Like, this is what Ashen's looked like when he reviewed it, but here you see that the games are actually separated into so many categories. You have action, racing, shooting, sports, and wits. Now, interestingly enough, you'd think wits would be puzzles, but, well, look at this. It's not really puzzles, it's just more weird games. It's like a potpourri category. Or else it really is about wits, though I'm not sure how much wits it takes to blow birds out of the air. Yes, that is, blowing birds out of midair. You'll see that those birds are exploding when I shoot them. PETA would have a field day if they could see this. Something that's kind of weird, though, is that they changed the names of a lot of the games that came from the UK to the States. On the Games Power 50, they called this Ball Clash. Well, this time it's now Ball Smash, so that's kind of interesting. Dangerous Zone has become Drop in Stock. And what happens to be the most absolutely amusing difference between the two systems is this one's no longer called Birdie's Nest, but instead Bird Droppings. I'm not making this up. This is the menu of racing games. Most of the racing games are absolutely identical. You've got games that look like this. Oh, this actually looks kind of different. Oh, no, wait. No, it doesn't. This one's actually kind of fun. You're supposed to gauge how far it is from here to here and try to land correctly. I'll attempt to play. That looks about right. And I made it. No, I lost. I didn't make it. The same thing can be said of shooters. All the shooters, well, these are all the shooters actually on the system, but doesn't really matter. They all look, well, like this, or this, like this. Whoa. Well, here's one that kind of looks different, right? It's like a Space Invaders ripoff or something. And back to the mundane. A lot of the games on this, though, are kind of weird, you know. Just like the last one, it's got games that I have no idea what the hell's going on. Games like, let's see... here we are, Roadworks. I cannot tell what the hell is going on in this game for a lot more money. Someone, please, tell me what the hell I'm supposed to do. Oh, am I supposed to build roads like that? Oh. Oh well. Some of the games are kind of fun and original. You've got, let's see, Leap, or Jump. Here we are, Jump. This one is hard as nuts. The object of the game is to power up each jump before you jump and gauge it properly so that you do not fall down into the abyss below. Okay, well, whatever. Finishing thoughts on the VG Pocket Max. Well, let's cover the flaws with the system that Ashton went over. He said, flaw the first, TFT screen isn't really big enough to accommodate a lot of the gameplay. I don't think that's true. Personally, I think, well, at least for the Games Power or the VG Pocket Max, I think they removed the games that had action happening off the screens, like Mr. Onion, for example. That's not in there, but anyway, the other thing that he said was that there were flickery sprites. Yes, there are flickery sprites. It is a little off-putting, but, I mean, you know, it was $30. What do you want? Actually, no, it was only $25. Well, sue me for $5. The last flaw that he mentioned, and it's really the most important, is the joypad. I didn't mention it in the last review, but take a look at this little joypad here. What words can I use to describe it? Terrible, awful, horrible, bleeding, hatred, murder, rape. Really, it's poor. Piss poor. This little D-pad here, and this one too, and almost as much as this one is just as bad. It likes to stick, and it doesn't offer very definite control. Dr. Ashton said it may cost you a game. I'd like to take that up a notch and say it will definitely cost you a game. Somehow, somewhere, this piece of crap will cost you a game. Which, well, it's not like it's a big deal. It's not like the games are, you know, that serious. They're just little arcade titles. Are the games any better on this? Well, there are 75 more of them, which is definitely a deal. 75 games in one packaging. Most of them I don't like. A lot of them I don't understand, like Roadworks, and there was a few others. I didn't care to do a video of them, but either way, there are really only a few that I like What Was Dangerous Zone, which is now Stock and Drop or whatever. That's, you know, that's okay, but really, I could live without it. You know, it's no Metal Gear, it's no Metal Slug, whatever. So, yes or no? For $25, maybe. If you had to get a friend something neat for his birthday party or something, if you were going to a birthday party, you had $25 and you figured this would be kind of a laugh, it is a kind of a laugh. If you're going to a nerd party, or, you know, you and your buddies are hanging out in your dorm room and you're doing a lot of illegal drugs and you want to do something that's kind of funny and you don't have a Wii, well, you know, then this is kind of interesting. Either way, though, if you're straight, or you're too old for it, or you're too young for it, pass it by. I bought it to make sure that you shouldn't buy it. Sort of. Unless, you know, they're in the situations that I just described. Or you're really rich and you can use to waste that kind of money. Or you're in a situation where if you don't spend $25, you will die immediately. Or if it would save the world, or, Right, well, I'm rambling now, aren't I?